Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we are going to wrap up my fall TBR, and we're going to pick my winter TBR. My fall wrap up is going to be super short because I read one, and I think I picked 7 or 8, and I read one. The fall season was a lot. There was a lot of work for Sarah. I was working a lot. There were some big events that happened in November, and Christmas season has been a lot. So we've been very, very busy. I've been getting a lot of hours, which is great. I'm grateful for that. And I definitely just did not get to most of my books, 90% of them. I got to 1. So let's talk about the 1, and then I'll show you my stack of shame, and then we'll move on. We're going to move on to winter, and I'm very excited about it. The 1 that I read was Artemis by Andy Weir, and I didn't love it. I gave it 3 stars. It was fine, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as The Martian or Project Hail Mary. I love those books. Those are some of my all-time highly rated favorites. This one was just a 3-star for me. I didn't love the main character. And I don't know, just the way she was written was just kind of, and the strange sexualization stuff that kept sneaking its way in there, I felt was unnecessary. And I don't know. I didn't like a lot of decisions she was making, and it just it didn't really stick with me that well. So, but he is an author that I wanted to read to 0. This was the only one that I needed to read, so I got that goal checked off for sure. It is a book I'm going to hang on to because I love him and I want to have all his books. So this will sit on my bookshelves just fine, but it is read. And yeah, so there's that. And these are the ones I didn't read. I didn't read any of these. There is a bookmark in Darker Shade of Magic because I had started that previously before the fall, and I didn't go back and get back to that at all. These are the ones I didn't read. It's fine. Moving on. Yep. That's a big fat fail. So in the spirit of here's things for 2024, I have some very specific goals. I have posted those already. If you haven't seen my 2024 reading goals, I'll leave it linked down below. But I just recently posted that. So I have some authors I want to read to 0. I have some series I want to finish up. I have my most anticipated books I want to read. So in my seasonal TBRs, I'm going to see if I can include some things like that will help me reach my goals as well, because they're going to be things that I wouldn't going to want to read anyway. So I want it to be a little bit less random, I think, and not as much. I need to not pick that many books. That was a lot. I just had so much fun picking them and then only got to 1. So we're going to try to keep it. Now these are going to be quarterly. So 3 months worth. So I think maybe 2 books a month. So maybe let's do 6. I think that's a good number. I was thinking 5, but I think 2 a month, I think we can do that. So I also want to read more nonfiction, so I can keep that in mind as well. But I picked prompts out of a TBR jar, and I'm going to pick 6 of them today. That will be my winter TBR. We'll see how many I get to. And yeah, so these are definitely I put them on my TBR cart downstairs and just pick them up whenever I feel like it. But I'm going to make more of an effort this year to actually look at them a little bit more often and pick them up. But I don't put any pressure on myself. Like I said, all of those that I haven't read yet, it's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to try to, pick them up right now, whatever. They're just going to go back on the shelves and it's totally fine. Try to keep it low pressure here. Okay, here's my little TBR jar. So we're going to pick 6 prompts out of here and we'll see what we get. Okay, let's do number 1. Okay, number 1 is, 5-star read from a bestie. So my besties are Krista from Books and Jams, Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, and Amanda from On the Middle Shelf. So a book that one of them gave 5 stars. Okay, I think I'm going to pick an author that all 4 of us love. And I know that Lindsay has given most of her books 5 stars, and Amanda might have also as well. I'm not sure about Krista, to be honest, but but I know she's an author that Krista loves too. So, okay, let me go get it. All right, so the author I'm talking about is Abby Jimenez, and I'm going to pick the Happy Ever After playlist because I know that Lindsay and Amanda have both read this one. I don't know if Krista has. I don't think she has yet. But this is the second book after The Friend Zone, which I read recently and loved. So I definitely want to read this one. And she's an author I want to read to zero this year. So this would help me with that as well. And yeah, so she's definitely an author all four of us love and are going to be reading all her books. So this was good. Yay, I'm excited. Okay. Number 2. Let's do this one. Okay, so this one is author I want to read to zero. All right. Well, Abby counts as that. But I think for this one, I'm going to go with one of my most anticipated books of the year that comes out at the end of January. So I will be reading it. Like February, I'm going to be reading this book, comes out January 30th. And that is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. I'm going to be purchasing that book at work on January 30th and then taking it home and reading it immediately. So 100%, I know that that's going to be read. She's an author that I can easily read to zero because as far as we know, that's her only release for 2024. And then I would only have one more book to read after that, and which is Catwoman. And that's a shorter book. So that's going to be an easy one for me to check off. So I'm going to put that one on here for author I want to read to zero. That was perfect. Okay. So that's 2. So let's pick number 3. Okay. Number 3 is, a backlist review book. So a book that I was sent for review, that's backlist now because I didn't get to it. It's fine. Let's see. What could I go with? I would like to go with a physical ARC because I have some still to read. And I don't know that any of them are going to be necessarily meeting my goals as far as authors I want to read to zero or finish series or anything like that. So, or nonfiction. I don't think I have any nonfiction ARCs to read. Okay, so I'm just going to go downstairs to my physical ARCs. I have them sitting on a cart next to my desk. So I'm just going to go down there, see which one is calling to me, and we'll pick it. Okay, so the one that really kind of stood out to me is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. This one is told in transcripts and emails and text messages. So it's like a multimedia type thing. And it's a mystery that you are following along with and trying to figure out what is going on. And you're figuring it out as they are figuring it out. You have all the same information that they do. And Lindsay loved this one. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll do this one. And then I also have this on NetGalley as well. So that would be kind of 2 reviews. I'm reading a physical ARC that I got, and then I can knock off a NetGalley book as well. So that's kind of double duty on this one. But yeah, so we'll do this one. And this one came out in January of 2022. Yeah. Okay. Number 4. Okay. Number 4 is, a book with a medal in the title, like a gold, silver, copper, something like that. Medal. Ooh. I might need to bring up my list and see. I feel like it might end up being a fantasy book. Very possibly. Let me think about. I'm gonna have to do some searching because nothing's popping off the top of my head right away. Okay, let me go kind of scour a little bit. Okay. I had a couple options, not as many as I was thinking. I think when I wrote out that prompt, I was like, I have so many. I don't. But the one that I'm picking is The Golden Spoon. This is by Jessa Maxwell. This one was just gifted to me from Amanda for our Christmas book exchange. So very excited. This is not very long and it's a mystery. So yeah, but it follows a baking show, I believe, like Great British Baking Show-esque type thing. And obviously there's murder involved in here. I've been wanting to read this for a very long time. And she very kindly, Amanda, sent it to me. So I'm going to read this one. And gold is obviously a metal, and it has a golden spoon on it. So, yep. Had a couple fantasy options as well, but I'm reading the big Sarah J. Maas for sure. So I just wanted to like not give myself too many big books. Okay, so that is 4. So we're going to do 2 more. Okay. All right, so let's do this one. This is, a 1-word title. Okay, a 1-word title. I need to figure that out. I'm going to try to go with actually 1 word instead of having, not including the or an or whatever. I'm going to actually try to find one that is just 1 word only. This might take a while, but okay. Let me go figure something out. Okay, a 1-word title book that I found is Slay. This is by Brittany Morris. This is a young adult video gaming situation. Follows a girl who is a game developer. Nobody knows that she's developed this game. It's very popular, but a violent act happens in real life because of it. And so now it's being scrutinized and all that stuff. So I definitely want to read this. I've heard very, very good things about it. Again, it's short. It's young adult. I'm keeping in mind I have a really big Sarah J. Maas book to read. So I'm trying to keep everything else a little bit on the shorter side. Okay, 1 more. And this will be number 6. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. This is, an animated cover. So a cover that is drawn or has cartoony people on it, something that's not real life. I have a lot of those, so I could definitely pick a whole bunch of different ones. I just don't know which way I'm going to go. So let me think about it a second. I was being very strategic about, well, all these, if I can. So this one is a middle grade book. It is a sequel, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on for middle grade March this year. And this TBR will fall into March. So I knew I was going to be most likely reading this one for sure. And it does have an animated cover. So it's going to kind of check off a few boxes for me. But that is The War I Finally Won by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. This is the follow-up to The War That Saved My Life, which is one of my favorite middle grade books. It's fantastic. It is a World War II historical fiction following children, and this is going to be the follow-up to it. So I definitely want to read this, and this would, number 1, finish a series. Number 2, hit a middle grade March for me. And number 3, it has an animated cover. So this, and it's like, this is not going to take me very long at all. Yeah, so I'm going to do this one. And yeah, very excited about that. So this will be my animated cover. Okay. So we have, a 5-star from a bestie. Lindsay gave this 5 stars. We have a backlist review book. We have a book with metal in the title. We have a 1-word title. We have an animated cover. And then I have an author I want to read to 0. So that's going to be my big boy. So these other ones I'm going to definitely need to read a couple before the end of January. And this one will definitely be in March. I'll pick another one to read in March as well. So yeah. Okay, I feel very confident about this, you guys. I feel very happy. Some of these books are going to help me reach some other goals throughout the year as well that I have set for myself. So I'm trying to be a little bit more strategic in what I'm picking. And I have confidence in this. This is not too much, not too little. I can do this. I'll be checking off some other boxes too. So please let me know down below what you think. Where should I start? Which one should I pick up first? Let me know. And well, not this one because that's going to be March. But of the other ones, which one should I pick up first? And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.